What's good with you today? It's Coach Hamm, Namaste Thug. I'm riding on with you. I got a session in a couple of minutes, and these downloads just keep coming to us. So I had to pull over and share something with you. Yeah, I'm about some water. I love being by water. I love being in nature. But it's for people in a relationship. It's about our communication skills. Listen. Listening is a tool that we need to learn to work on. When someone is talking to us, allow them to feel the way they feel, allow them to express the way they express, and just listen to it. Don't try to go backwards and forth and get defensive because, fellas, this for you. If we got a woman and she been through certain traumas in life, she might have been beat on, she might have been disrespected, she might have been verbally abused. If we come in and start doing that same exact thing, that's going to trigger old emotional thoughts. When that happens, we got to be a gentleman about the situation and allow her to vent, to express how she feel and what she went through and what she wants to do to allow it to pass. You follow me? You have to give them that space to develop how they feel on the inside and be able to express that back to us without saying, oh, you shouldn't feel that way. Oh, I get over it. Oh, that's in the past. You shouldn't feel that way. Telling somebody that they shouldn't feel a certain way will probably only enrage them more. When I was in my manic depressive stage, or I've been very aggressive, if I called someone and expressed to them how I was feeling, and they told me I shouldn't feel that way, that added to my aggravation. That added to my rage. That added to my self-doubt. Because if I come to you and I can't truly express to you how I'm feeling in this moment, in this time, and then your response is I shouldn't feel that way, not only am I going to shut down and stop talking, I'm not going to communicate with you no more because you're too busy judging. You're too busy telling me what I should and what I shouldn't feel. Who are you? Who are we to tell somebody else what they should and shouldn't feel? So today, before we open our mouth, use these 2 ears to listen. Find a common thread that you can relate to. If you can't relate to it, just listen and get the experience of how they feel. Allow them to feel the way they feel and ask them, okay, what's the lesson in it? Don't shut them down. Don't say get over it. Don't say it's been so long ago. Let that emotion give you a lesson through that feeling. You might be uncomfortable. It might be rage. It might be anger. It might be anxiety. When that pops up, feel that feeling and then breathe it in. Feel the lesson. And when we do it from that aspect, we're able to neutralize that feeling and get the lesson from it and realize, hey, that's a trigger. When you find a trigger is something that happens and it triggers an old habit, an old pattern, an old belief system. That's a trigger if you didn't know what that is. When it happens, it triggers an old thought, which from an old, it doesn't matter how long ago it is, it can trigger an emotion. When it happens, recognize that trigger. Tell somebody, hey, I get triggered when you put your hands on me. I get triggered when you talk too aggressive to me. I get triggered you walk too close up on me. Let people know how we're feeling in our communication. And when you do that, communication will be a little smoother because we're speaking from an organic standpoint, showing you how I operate, how I'm feeling, and what it is. I'm going to give you my why. My why is this, and respect it. And once you respect it, that other person, it's a beautiful thing. You don't have to accept it, but respect how people are feeling. And you're going to know how they're feeling by listening with these right here. Not trying to solve. When somebody's speaking to you, don't try to solve this problem. They just need a clean slate to speak about it on. So be that dry erase board or that chalkboard in school and let them write their emotions, they write their feelings, they write their things that they're going through and ask them, okay, what do you think your feelings are trying to show you? That's communication within yourself. Intrapersonal communication, my internal dialogue. And then once you get that down pat, because the person who's with you isn't judging you, they're allowing you to communicate truthfully and they're analyzing or they're trying to get an insight to bring them aware of what's going on with you. Go think about it. Am I listening to interrupt? Am I listening to solve, or am I listening to understand, or am I listening to my relatability of this person? For today, before you interrupt somebody, take a breath and allow them to speak their piece. And then after they get through speaking their piece, you'll be surprised what y'all got in common. Coach Hamm. And keep them comments coming. Keep them phone calls coming, because without y'all, there's no me. Let them know what you're going through. I can tell you my opinion from my situation, and then we can come up with your blueprint. But I'm going to listen to you without judging. I'm going to analyze the situation, and I'm going to help you make the proper adjustments. Namaste, thug. Coach Hamm. Remember, love yourself. And show other people I love yourself. And your health is your wealth. Namaste, thug. Coach Hamm. Peace.